An executive coaching client shared this goal with me. He said, I want to become a more inspiring speaker so that my employees really become engaged and catch the vision for this coming year. Now, here was the backstory. According to his CEO, this senior leader, Tyler, who had assumed the role of plant manager 3 years earlier, did not get along well with his 3,000 plus employees. They saw him as insincere and aloof, according to the CEO. He definitely had not won the confidence as part of the leadership team, and the CEO could not exactly pinpoint the problem. My interaction with Tyler, however, resulted in a totally different perspective on his personality and even the communication problem. In our discussions, Tyler connected immediately, he shared his goals passionately, and he accepted feedback readily. So obviously, there was a disconnection somewhere. So after he shared his goal to become a more inspiring or engaging speaker, I asked further and probed deeply about his definition of inspiring and engaging. I said, can you walk me through how you conduct your strategy meetings with your leadership team at your plant? For example, what topics do you cover? What do you do now for your opening comments? Help me understand how you want them to catch the vision. What follows is the essence of his responses. Common misconceptions about how to inspire a team or clients or even any kind of audience for that matter. Here was his first misconception. He said, well, I just speak to them. Now that may sound counterintuitive, but to be considered an engaging speaker, you have to stop doing all the talking. Today's audiences want a piece of the action. They're accustomed to being part of the communication flow on social media. Today's employees expect to participate, not to just sit and soak without talking back in some way. They become engaged and inspired when someone makes them think and then ask for a contribution, an answer, an application, feedback, their own story or their own experience. So give them opportunity to contribute to your presentation and your speech. His second misconception, be the example. He thought he was supposed to share all of his illustrations. Listeners gain inspiration when they walk away from a meeting or a speech feeling though they themselves, not the speaker or the presenter, can overcome their challenges and do new things or achieve their own goals. Hearing stories about their peers or just ordinary people is what really inspires them and gives them confidence. Now sure, if you're presenting, you will include your own stories and your own experiences. But in addition to your own illustrations, share problems others have overcome, struggles they've endured, and lessons they've learned. His third misconception, develop ideas and solutions. People help support what they themselves create. Every politician in history longs for grassroots support to put them in office. When they have that "we built it" support, their policies as an elected official have a better chance of gaining that all-important yes vote in the court of public opinion. Rather than speaking as the authority with all the answers, often a leader inspires and gains stronger buy-in by asking the provocative questions to guide the discussion. Then listen to how eagerly people offer their best ideas. Engagement comes from two-way communication. Tyler's fourth misconception, polished to perfection. Forced to choose between perfection or authenticity, most audiences prefer authenticity. Speakers who spend their time focused on delivery at the expense of relevant content irritate rather than inspire. Now that's not to say that the way you communicate your ideas doesn't count. Of course it does. But in our social media surroundings, we've come to accept imperfection in delivery. Think live Facebook feeds. Consider how-to videos on YouTube. If the idea doesn't engage immediately, listeners leave, mentally if not physically. So back to Tyler and his type. who have the wrong concept about how to be an engaging executive to kick off the annual conference or the annual sales meeting. My coaching job is as easy as debunking a few misconceptions. Well, almost.